everyone, welcome to another daily draft where we take magic one draft at a time. We are doing Battle for Zendikar today because even though the commander, the legendary cube, is only around for one more week, I still get bored of it sometimes. So we're going to try and open a Gideon, and failing that, try and win. So can't wait to get started. We're only in need of one person in the queue, so I'll see you then. Alright, so I had my stuff sorted by color. We're gonna sort by rarity though, because in draft, that's just like a set. It's generally easier to evaluate cards this way. This is not worth anything, really. So Grove Tender Druids is sweet in the ally deck if you already allies, otherwise it's kind of it's not something that you want to commit to, is what I'm saying. Sheer Drop is a fine removal spell. Valakut Predator tends to get in for so much damage. Ghostly Sentinel is a great way to bridge your early game and your late game in the Flyers decks. Dominator Drone is a nice aggressive card, but Rolling Thunder is Rolling Thunder, and while it's not as big of a bomb as it was back in the day, it's still really good. So we're going to take it. Alright. So here, there's not much of, like, anything. I can't move it over. That's something that's a new since the last patch. I don't like it. There's not much of anything in red. Like, Shatter Skull Recruit is playable, but not second pickable. Looming Spires is fine. Nullifier is probably the best card in the pack, but there's also this Encircling Fissure that I'm probably going to take because it's a single color rather than two colors, and it's a fairly decent trick. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take it. Yeah, so if anybody from Wizards of the Coast is listening to this right now, what the heck is wrong with this, like, slot thing? Like, I can only put things in a slot if there's already something there. This is so dumb. Like, I don't flatter myself that anybody from Wizards is watching this, by the way. But, come on. Really? This used to be a thing. Alright, so here we have the best card in the pack. It's probably either Pilgrim's Eye or Rune Processor. Rune Processor is pretty sweet. When you cast it, you can gain 5 life. But I'm going to take the Pilgrim's Eye because I'm not quite sure what my deck is going to look like yet, and Pilgrim's Eye is a really good way, again, to bridge the gap between your early and late game and fix your mana while you're doing it. This is so dumb. I'm just gonna be, like, frustrated the entire time you're watching, so if you don't like me, like, whining, I'm sorry. But only a little. Also, Pilgrim's Eye helps us splash for Rolling Thunder, if that's what we end up doing. Wow, we've got a whole bunch of powerful cards in this pack. There's Drana's Emissary. 2/2 flyer, at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. There's also a Coastal Discovery. You can draw 2 cards and awaken for 6 mana. Gideon's Reproach is a fine white removal spell. Nettle Drone is good in the Devoid decks. I think I'm going to take the Coastal Discovery. I've got a couple of pretty powerful cards here, and not only is it splashable, but it's something worth splashing. So we're going to go ahead and take that over, like, the Nettle Drone and Gideon's Reproach, and even Drana's Emissary. Oh my goodness, it's happening! Okay, so I don't know why people would pass this card, but I'm really hoping we've passed a Prairie Stream and a Lumbering Falls, and I'm really hoping we get those back now. Exerted Influence is a fantastic spell, and I don't know, it's like, it's not even really a blue spell, it doesn't go into a blue deck, it's more like a, like, blue splash as a secondary color in your, like, whatever color deck. So yeah, definitely taking Exert Influence and hoping to move into blue, maybe blue-red, but, like, we're not playing into the Devoid theme all that much right now, so I wonder how that'll work out. So here, the best cards for the deck are probably, like, Fortified Rampart and a core Blade Whirl. And we're not even really like a core Blade Whirl type deck. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to pick up the Fortified Rampart and call her a day. Here I guess I take the Serene Steward. Like, kind of daggered for not taking the core Blade Whirl. So there's a Core Castigator and a Courier Griffin. Courier Griffin I think is just a better card. Never mind the synergy with that and Serene Steward. So white seems to be pretty open. We did pass, let's see, so if Prairie Stream comes back, I'm probably taking that over the Sheer Drop if that comes back. Neither is probably going to come back, let's be real. But if it does, there's also like Ghostly Sentinel in that pack. A couple of other good things. So Grove Tender Druids is in the pack. That's not great. There's an Anticipate, which is kind of filler. Tandem Tactics is fine. I really don't want to take this Grove Tender Druids. I'm just going to take Tandem Tactics. It feels a little early to be taking a trick like that, but there you go. This deck is a weird control deck, and we just have to embrace that. Probably not playing this. Eldrazi Devastator is actually a fine card, just because it's like a big finisher in a deck that could probably use them. I'll take the Royal Mage's Trick. I'm not taking allies that heavily. Well, we wield a Spawning Bed, which is pretty great, especially in like the decks that have a lot of high converted mana cost spells, because Spawning Bed is flood insurance. You want to be playing a lot of lands so that you can cast all your cool spells, but you might not necessarily draw your cool spells, so you can just crack your Spawning Bed for 6 mana and make some dudes. Okay. Definitely happy taking the Lantern Scout here. It has Rally whenever a Lantern Scout or another ally enters the battlefield under your control. Creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn, which is pretty sweet. Works well with our Serene Steward. Maybe Core Blade Whirl was probably the better pick, but whatever. McKinney Patrol would be pretty sweet. Stone Fury would be great, but yeah, we're just really happy to take a solid 3-drop that can make our guys a little bit better. So here we have a couple of choices. There is a Core Castigator, which is an ally, but not necessarily something that we were really focusing on. Lantern Scout is good on its own as well. There's a Kozilek's Channeler, which can help ramp into like Coastal Discovery and Eldrazi Devastator. I'm a little bit wary of taking like one of these cards, because even though they're all pretty good, we're not in those colors. We're mainly white, splashing like blue, and like probably some red. So I'm pretty happy just taking a Kozilek's Channeler to help us get to our sweet Awaken spells. I'm pretty happy just taking a Gideon's Reproach here. It's a nice removal spell for our deck. So yeah, not a lot to say about it other than sweet, we get to kill things. Here I'm like eyeing up this March from the Tomb because there's not a lot else. Like there's a Rush of Ice, which is fine. Stonehaven Medic, which is not great, but Tightening Coils is probably just going to be our pick because it's removal of a fort. It's a good way to stall. Okay, so I was looking at this Kozilek's Channeler, kind of at the Skyward Elf, not really. But there's a Sheer Drop in this pack, and Sheer Drop is a great thing to do with a lot of mana, which, you know, we're gonna do. It's another removal spell too, which is nice. Okay, I'll take a Wavewing Elemental. Wavewing Elemental is a decent finisher. The only other card in our colors is Expedition Envoy, and I'm not a huge fan. Eldrazi Devastator, we don't really need another one. So I'm just going to take a Waving Elemental there. Here, I think Valakut Invoker is the best card in the pack. Like, Onto Greathorn is fine, but pretty happy just taking a Valakut Invoker here. Sure, I'll take it Adverse Conditions. It's a great way to stall until we get to, like, our top end. Alright, so a Merc Strider Wield, and as we move heavier into blue, I'm pretty happy to take it. It's better than Onto Greathorn, for sure, and we don't have any ways to exile things yet. That is one problem, but we can certainly try and pick up like a Benthic Infiltrator in the next pack. And Merc Strider is just a great tempo card, so sure, I'll take a second Merc Strider. It's kind of weird. Half the time I feel like people are taking these way too early because I never wheel any, and then the other half I think people are way undervaluing them. So we're looking to pick up, yeah, like a Benthic Infiltrator would probably be the best option. Sure, I'll take a Valakut Predator. If we don't end up playing it, which we probably won't, it's fine in our sideboard because we don't have to play against it. I do like having Pathway Arrows in my sideboard. It's a fun one against the Eldrazi decks. Not really scared of Blister Pad. Shatterskull Recruit could be kind of a pain to deal with. Don't care about Reckless Cohort, so I'm going to take a basic. And another basic? Wow, we're so good at this game. Okay, so a couple of options here. There is a Bane of Balagad, which is an awesome Eldrazi. Great if you ramp it out with Kozilek's Channeler. There's a Clutch of Currents, which is a sweet Awaken spell. I think I want the Bane of Balagad here, although Clutch of Currents could be pretty sweet. Yeah, we're gonna take the Bane. Alright, so there's an Eldrazi Sky Spawner in this pack. Cloud Manta's also fine. There's a foil Plains. But yeah, we're just gonna take the Sky Spawner. So this is kind of a nothing pack for us. There's another Wavewing Elemental, an Inspired Charge that we're never playing in a million years. I'm just gonna take this Canopy Vista and use it as a way to get extra colors for Exert Influence. Well, it's a Wasteland Strangler. Not really interested in Rush of Ice, so I'm going to take the Mist Intruder and hopefully use it to enable our early ingest. Probably not playing this Valakut Invoker. Whether or not we're playing this Rolling Thunder remains to be seen. Well, we've got a Spell Shrivel in this pack, which is good with Merc Strider because it ingests. Ulamog's Reclaimer has the problem where we can't actually put anything in the exile zone right now. So yeah, I think we just take the Spell Shrivel and be pretty happy with it. There's an Outnumber in this pack that I'm not quite happy with taking. I could take another Spell Shrivel, which would be pretty funny. Yeah. Take a Spell Shrivel, put the Eldrazi Devastator in the sideboard. Tandem Tactics isn't something I'm really interested in. Deck looks sweet. Okay, cool. I was thinking about taking a Merc Strider, but having a Rune Processor is a pretty good piece of security. So I'm gonna take it. Take a Blighted Step here, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. I could take Oracle of Dust, but I've got a couple of 5s already. So, not really super excited about an Oracle of Dust. Let's see. I could see cutting Rolling Thunder, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I'm just gonna put this in my sideboard. Incubator Drone's pretty great. It just kind of fills out your curve with another just dude. and a dude that makes friends, which is pretty cool with Bane of Balagan Rune Processor, because it allows you to ramp them out a little bit earlier. Take a Fertile Thicket, that's fine. So Rolling Thunder has a huge payoff because the power level is so high, but we really didn't get a whole lot of other red besides Rolling Thunder. So I'm wondering whether it's even worth playing. Skyline Cascade is something I will definitely play. We probably have enough top end without it. I think I'm going to cut one of the spell shrivels in order to play like double Merc Strider Incubator Drone instead. And yeah, call it good. We got some sweet Awaken spells, sweet Exert Influence, a sweet Scour Existence from the Existence in the sideboard, and yeah, we'll play it like this. Let's see, do I have any... I didn't pick up any, like, Mortuary Mires or Lewing Spires, which is kind of unfortunate because those are pretty good with Exert Influence. And part of the good thing about playing only blue-white is that you can play things like Spawning Bed and Blighted Step. I think I'm going to add basics, and I'm going to add a... Blackland as well, so that I can get it with Pilgrim's Eye if I want to exert influence for 4, potentially. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue sources, and 8 white sources, so sort by color. I'll cut a white source, I guess. And submit! Alright, so we've got a neat blue-white deck. Classic Morgan. Right, guys? And you heard about my gripes with the current programming. And I'll see you guys in round 1.